back, the customer's calling me going, hey, my stuff's not here yet, it's 10:30, and I tell them, hey, you're in the middle of nowhere, give it till noon at least, and, maybe they'll get it there. And then by 5 o'clock, he's calling me back going, and didn't get it. Right? I mean, you guys have that same problem?
Well, we actually have different levels of service. We have the next day 8 o'clock, we have next day noon, next day 3 o'clock, which you can then specifically say what time of the day you want it there, which would maybe a solution to this problem that you're having. Does that sound like something that would help?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I guess that would be a solution. So I've got to sit back here for a second because, earlier I gave you a reason why I won't do business with the 3PL because of the failures of the Worldwide Express.
Right.
And so far I've heard you say that your freight team will take care of it for me, right? And now you said that you'll help me figure out what the service would be for that kind of solution when it comes to the express side of things. It's the same stuff that I was fed.
Right, it is just words.
So it's not much, it's not any different, it's just words, right? I mean, you're telling me the same thing that gentleman did back several years ago.
We have actually been in business for over 25 years and handled many shipping solutions for many companies just like yours. And, basically all I can do is tell you what we have done in the past and hope that you would give me an opportunity to prove myself for you. And I know, again, it's just words. I do have, 25 years of experience. I don't personally, but my support team in Houston, they've been there for combined over 30 years of shipping experience. So at the drop of a hat, we can get you the solutions that you need, and they have the expertise that you're looking for.
Okay, freeze. It's my turn to give you a question. So I love the fact that you have belief in your program. I love the fact that you have numbers and dates that you're throwing at me. We're not handling the objection though, right? And that's why I freeze. Because here's the biggest thing for all of you, okay? This is one of those experienced ones, right? This is a guy who's angry about something that happened in the past with another company like yours.
Right.
Okay, so there's one. There's one element right there where you can build a wedge. That was them, and this is us.
Right.
Which you've attempted to do. You're like, give me that chance to show you.
Right.
Right? But as a customer, what am I hearing? Nothing different.
Right. You're
Right?
just feeding me lies.
Right. So secondly, all right, and then I'll answer your question. Okay, secondly, what could you do differently with the objection now that it's resurfaced?
What could I do differently?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
The only thing I was thinking about everything you were saying was good. I mean, I would say another thing to kind of set yourself apart from Worldwide is offer yourself.
Okay, yeah, and you're right. She's doing that already. Okay, you remember I told you at the beginning. I know it was just yesterday, but I've been telling you ever since we've known each other. You're a solutions-based guy. We need to work on the questions. I was hoping you were going to give me a question, JD. That's okay. You're going to learn right now too. Go ahead, John.
Sympathize with the customer a little bit.
Right.
I would say you got to put yourself in their shoes.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then address the objection.
tell me exactly what your objection, what exactly happened.
Okay.
But we did. You lost
We did.
$800.
We did.
We talked about
Okay,
that.
but he's right. You still have to, once you did it once. I'm now bringing it up again.
So I need to say it.
You
tell me a
reset,
little bit more about
sympathize.
that last set.
Yes, because I gave you everything you needed to know, but one thing. Somebody else said something before we move
Who
on?
were you shipping with?
Okay?
Where we're different.
Worldwide Express.
But what?
Okay? So again, this is assessment. Okay? So let's, you want to?
So it was
I mean, just ask the question of, what would it take to make you feel comfortable using us?
That's a great question.
okay. Yeah,
Right?
that's a good question.
Another question that I was looking for was how long ago was this?
Yeah.
3 years ago. Yeah.
Ask
So it's
him.
been a while.
Ask him, he said years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
How long have we been doing business with UPS? 2008.
Yeah.
It's 2014. Close to 6, yeah?
So Worldwide Shipment, though, they've been working with UPS.
Same time. They followed our coattails. They rode them into the conference
So
room.
it was it UPS that he was working with? I mean, was it UPS?
Yes.
That's a great question to ask.
Was it UPS that you were working with?
But we're talking about freight.
But you're talking with.
Okay? Wasn't it a pallet of $800? Okay? The timeline would set that opportunity for you to wedge more. Okay? So one, it's us versus them.
Right.
Okay? Secondly, right, it's the fact that it was 3 years ago.
Okay.
Right.
A lot has changed in 3 years.
Have you had any other problems
Okay.
since then?
Okay.
Okay? That's beside the point. If I get defensive, then you've hit the hot button.
Right, right.
Or I go, yeah, I guess I have.
Okay.
Right? Now you've diffused the objection because you've got me admitting to the fact that I'm using whoever I'm using, that I've told you I'm using,
Mhm.
and I still have problems. Right?
Right.
So you've
Got it.
allowed him to realize you're being an
It
idiot.
doesn't matter who you're shipping.
Without telling him you're being an
Right,
idiot.
right.
Okay? You're
Right.
focusing on something that happened 3 years ago.
Right.
Okay? But you want to get to that point of him coming to that realization. An
Right.
experience-based objection, you have to get them to agree that it's something that they're willing to go past. Right? You can't convince them. Come on, I just can't tell you you need to change your hairstyle.
Right.
Okay?
So it's.
You need to put some contacts on. Those glasses look horrible. Okay? It's offensive in every way possible when you try to tell somebody how to feel. Right? And so this is an experience-based objection. Cool?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So now you've handled the objection, or you're going to right now, right?
Right.
By asking 2 questions.
Yes.
Or asking a question and identifying the difference between us and them. Okay?
Okay.
Go.
So how long ago did you have this incident? With
3 years ago.
3 years ago. And who was it that you were shipping through?
At the time, it was with Worldwide Express, and I remember the company
Do you
that
remember
they
who the
used.
carrier was that was, and it was your, through your LTL? of
Sure,
course, 'cause
yeah,
it's a
with the-
pallet,
yeah, the
but-
pallet. Mhm.
So, sorry, I just went too much cold.
Has there been any
Has
shipments
there
since?
has there been any shipments since then that you've had damages with or incidences with?
Yes.
How many would that be?
Probably 3 or 4 since,
And who are you using now?
yeah. Conway.
Conway. So
I
Conway.
get your point, okay, fine. So,
Okay.
so where do we go from here?
Well, I would like to sit down with you and get your invoices and some invoices for your LTL and with your express shipping. So your small package, your invoices.
Okay, I get that.
And then put together a proposal for you and show you some of the platinum services that we offer. You know, the multi-carrier, use.
You're fine.
And then bring this proposal to you tomorrow and sit down with you and show you the benefits of using Unishipper.
Okay, so I've got to ask you this question because you said I could when I wanted to.
Okay?
Right, and I know I asked the original one with the problems we've had, but you guys, you're looking at trying to provide me with the service on my LTL and my Express, is that correct?
Yes.
And I've got a concern with the inbound shipping, because I've got a system set up already with Conway.
Okay.
It's hazardous material. Do you guys handle hazardous material?
I don't think we do.
Say freeze.
Freeze?
Ask the audience.
Yes.
We use hazardous
yes.
material? I remember we did that. I thought we did and we didn't. I couldn't remember.
Okay.
So we do have that.
Sure we do.
Okay.
Sure we do.
Okay.
Alright. So now, this is an assessment.
So you have used hazardous material.
Yeah.
And this is on your,
Freeze, he's good.
okay.
If you don't know the answer to something,
I can
you
get
don't know,
back
but
to
you
you.
know who does.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I'm not sure about that, but I would love to find out from my back office and get back to you on that proposal. Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
And how many shipments do you do?
Every inbound shipment that comes in,
Every inbound is
Yeah,
hazardous
so-
material.
2 every other week, and the reason is because we're using solid,
With the ship.
yeah, I mean, we're
paper
using
product.
solid bleach sulfate.
Right, for the
Burns the
artist.
skins, burn your face right off. The bleach Bristol,
Right, right.
that stuff you
okay.
might as well just, if you put your hand in it, you might as well thank the hand for its services, but it's not gonna be there
Say
anymore.
goodbye to the hand.
Yeah, when you come out, yeah,
Okay,
so,
okay.
I mean, this stuff is just dangerous, but it's wood we're dealing with. So
Right.
we've gotta tear that stuff down, soften it up,
So can you tell me a little bit about the process you have for your inbound shipping with Conway?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a contract, with the vendor that's bringing in the product, but we have to pay for the shipping.
Right, are you happy with the amount that you're paying for these shipments? I mean, does it feel
Well, I
safe?
can always use cheaper
Okay,
prices.
so if we could do better than that,
Yeah,
then.
but that doesn't solve my hazardous material, because you gotta understand, you have to have documentation for this
Right,
deadly stuff.
and that's one thing about using our freight manager. They have the ability to put the documentation in with the bill of lading, so that way everything is covered.
Mhm.
And our freight team has covered this before, so I think we can really help you with that solution.
So let's do this, cause I mean, I know you have a back office team,
Yes.
you can, solicit when you need the answers. How about we do this? I'm gonna give you invoices only for the outbound stuff,
Okay.
okay? And then you can earn the other stuff.
That sounds very fair.
Okay.
I appreciate that. And that would be for your express shipping and your LTL shipping.
Mhm.
That'd be great. We can do that, and then hopefully we can gain your trust and add that later, which I'm sure we will.
Okay,
Okay, and we can possibly meet tomorrow afternoon. Will that work for you?
what time?
3 o'clock?
Let me look here. Yep, we can do 3 o'clock.
That sounds great. Well, I will be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock with the proposal, and thank you so much for the time that you gave me today.
All right.